But just then, my vision blurred, my legs gave out, and I collapsed to the ground. Everything around me felt distant. I could barely hear the voices calling me, muffled and far away.
Sorry. Paparazzi were all over me.
Sure. Just another day in the life of a star. Hours passed and I had Miles train me to the core, nailing all the basics until the sun was starting to set. We headed home and that's when I noticed his backseat was packed with shopping bags and groceries. You were late because of this?
Yeah, we're celebrating Mom finishing the charity event tonight.
Oh, and I thought he was too caught up in the crazy new life. Both him and Luke. Yet here they were, finding the time to help Mom and me. When we got home, Luke had already cleaned the entire house, shining. Then Miles headed to the kitchen to prepare dinner. The moment Mom walked in, the warmth and smell of food filled the room. She smiled and I could see how proud she was, showering them with praise. I just sat there feeling like a shadow in my own home. And now I know why. I was a stubborn mess and brought nothing but trouble. But Luke and Miles, they were responsible, always taking care of things, always stepping up. So I decided to do something, anything to make myself useful. After dinner, I told everyone to relax and that I'd take care of the rest. But of course, that ended up being another disaster. The sink was clogged, dishes were shattered, and the faucet burst open, flooding the entire kitchen. Luke and Miles ran in, exchanged a glance, and got straight to work fixing everything. Mom just stood there, disappointment clear on her face. A sick feeling settled deep in my chest. No matter how hard I tried, I couldn't get through to her, and that hurt more than any failure. I threw myself into baseball. I worked on my aim and catching for hours, practiced with the pitching machine over and over, making sure I could connect with the ball every single time. I ran around the yard, pushing myself further than I ever had before. Every time I made a mistake, I did it again and again. I wasn't going to quit until I got it right. But there was something strange. Every time I finished a practice session, I'd find food, drinks, and even supplements waiting for me, like someone was quietly watching over me. The big day finally came. I was ready. I walked onto the field, my head held high. Mom was there watching me, and I couldn't afford to let her down. All I focused on was the ball, watching the pitcher, reading his movements, and as the ball flew toward me, I put everything I had into the swing. The ball soared, over the fence, out of the park, a home run! The crowd erupted into cheers. I stood there for a second, my breath caught in my throat and weight of what I'd just done sinking in. But just then, my vision blurred, my legs gave out, and I collapsed to the ground. Everything around me felt distant. I could barely hear the voices calling me, muffled and far away. When I opened my eyes again, my body felt like lead. Miles and Luke were beside me looking worried, but where was Mom?
Watch the full story on Noira Diary.